Hey everyone, this is Matt, and in this video I have another Master Duel deck matchup for you. This time I'm playing Floowandereeze once again against Heroes, baby. Alright, let's do it. This is in Diamond 1. I do lose the coin toss, so I will be going second, but it doesn't matter because Heroes is not a very good deck at stopping plays, especially given that, like, Flu just has so many, you have to negate flu birds, otherwise they just keep going forever. So anyway, so he's gonna foolish barrel. I'm gonna chain dimension D shifter, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want whatever he's gonna send to the graveyard to be banished. So here's the thing: a lot of people like to shotgun shifter, like on draw phase. I'm actually of the opinion that it's best to chain shifter to something, right? So if I had shotgun shifter, maybe he just doesn't play foolish burial, right? And then saves it for next turn. But I want him to waste foolish burial, and I want him to banish a monster from his deck, right? That's what I want to happen. So that's why I chain it rather than waiting. He's gonna call by the grave, so it ends up not mattering. But whatever. Sometimes you just have call by the grave. So he sends Shadow Mist, searches Vion, searches Solid Soldier. By the way, hero players, Solid Soldier kind of overrated. I don't know. I just feel like there are better cards you could be running than Solid Soldier. Like, you don't need that many bodies, like, to begin with, right? I mean, what, you're making a Link 2 play most of the time? Why do you need that extra body? Most of the time you don't. So I'm surprised to see that he's actually running Isolde, right? So Isolde's going to grab him Honest Neos, which also, again, not that great a card. He's going to get his Stratos, okay? Cross Sheep. This is a really weird... Why would you go Cross Sheep? I just feel like... What is it called? Wonder Driver is just better here, right? Because Wonder Driver can recycle your polymerization. I don't get it. Like, I think this guy is trolling, or maybe I don't know. This is kind of weird for a hero player. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. So he makes Apollousa. A hero player making Apollousa is not something I see every day. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so he's gonna Miracle Fusion into Absolute Zero. Yep. So my guess is that he has a mass change set because there's no reason to go into Absolute Zero Sunrise instead of like just DPE, right? Like, why not just go into DPE? DPE is a way better monster, and you can make it using polymerization in a hero deck. But yeah, the fact that he has Absolute Zero means he has a mass change. Anyway, all right, so let's see what happens. So I'm gonna draw Empen, which is the best top deck I could ever ask for. So I'm gonna use the map. By the way, I run 2 Empens in my deck. You'll see my profile later. This is the reason you want 1 and 2. You want to sometimes just see it hard open it in your hand, right? So I'm going to send Eaglin. Robina is going to chain block Eaglin. And then he's going to Apollousa negate. What a dummy. I mean, granted, he doesn't know I already have the Eaglin, but so he thinks, oh, he Apollousa negates my Eaglin. I don't get to search my Big Bird. That's what he's thinking. But, yeah, that's not actually what's happening here. So, yeah, I'm going to attempt to banish his Malicious. He negates that, but it doesn't matter because I still have a normal summon, and now Apollousa is 100% useless. So, because Eaglin, Empen is the floodgate, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and battle. He's gonna mass change his Absolute Zero into Acid, and I'm gonna chain Called By on his Absolute Zero, so he will not. Oh, but of course he has a cross out designator. Of course he does. So he's gonna negate that, and then my Empen's gonna go. But I already have but I was able to get the Dreamy Town, so it doesn't matter. Robina plus Dreamy Town is full combo on their turn. Check this out. So here comes the Stratos. So he uses Stratos to destroy my face down. I was like, bro, you know what my face down is. Why, you know I can chain to it. Why would you do that? You should just use Stratos to search. But whatever. So I'm gonna chain this. Robina is gonna activate. Chain block by Eaglin. He's gonna Apollousa again. Apollousa is not a good card. Not only does it just hard lose to the adventure package, but also it hard loses to things that counter the adventure package. So a lot of people run Ghost Ogre to counter the adventure package. Ghost Ogre kills Apollousa because if Apollousa is dead, she can't reduce her attack to negate a card. So yeah, Apollousa is just not a good card. All right, so I'm just gonna get my Stri. Alright, Stri is going to banish his Malicious. So yeah, when banishing monsters from the player's graveyard, best targets are Malicious and Denier, right? Just straight up. Or DP if they have it, right? So I'm going to summon Mega Rise. That Rise is going to bounce So I put Vion. I'm gonna put Vion back on top of his deck, right? And the reason for that is I kind of want him, like, why did I put Vion back on top of his deck? That's a good question. I should have just put like Crossout Designator or something. Why did I give him Vion? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. He goes into Anaconda, so it ends up not mattering because his deck's gonna be shuffled. He's gonna make DPE, okay. Anaconda's gonna attack, and then DPE's gonna pop, okay, and swing. So the problem with DPE is like, again, it's not a negate, it just pops bodies, right? But the thing is, Floowandereeze has so many ways to extend into bodies that it doesn't matter. Like, DPE literally doesn't matter against Floowandereeze. So I draw Elboars, the sacred land of the Simorgh. So you can read this card, but in my deck profile, I'm going to explain why every Floowandereeze player needs to be running this. It's just an additional extender, right? Most people think, oh, Floowandereeze have two normal summon lines. One through their normal summon and one through their Floowandereeze map. They have a third one via Elboars, right? So catch people off guard with that. Anyway, I'm going to summon Robina, grab my Eaglin. Albina's going to get the barrier statue. So the reason I'm grabbing the barrier statue is because I know his DP will go to the graveyard. And if barrier statue is on the field, he will not be able to recycle his DP in the standby phase. So, grab Stri. Now I'm going to summon Empen. Now that Empen's on the field, his DP cannot even activate his effect anymore. Empen is going to grab Robina, and Robina's going to grab the map. Why do I grab the map? Because I know that when I have the barrier statue of Stormwinds, he will not be able to special summon, only normal summon, right? Unless he swings into it with acid. But basically, by getting the map, not only am I opening up an additional normal summon line for myself, but I'm predicting that if he tries to normal summon, I'm going to have a response, right? So I'm just going to go into battle phase here and kill this DP. He's going to use DP effect, but it doesn't matter because barrier statue will prevent it. And now I'm going to use map to go into further plays. So I'm going to use Stri not to banish DP, but to banish his Denier, right? So why do I banish his Denier? Because Denier has a graveyard effect that says, basically lets him summon itself as a free body, right? And when it does, he's basically going to recycle Malicious from his banish pile back into his deck. So if I get rid of Denier, he will not have any extenders from his graveyard. And since DP cannot come return thanks to barrier statue, he basically has nothing on his turn, right? So Token is going to just grab Robina, okay? And then I'm going to make my Apex Avian. So I know that he can just swing into my barrier statue, and I don't care, right? The whole point of barrier statue was prevent DP from returning. It's already done its job. It can go. Alright, so I top Power Duality, which is great. He's going to Ash it, but it doesn't matter. Like, Ash does very little against his deck. So Map is going to go ahead. By the way, for those who don't know, Map can send spell traps. So I'm going to grab this this card right here, right? Unexplored Winch is broken. So Eaglin is going to come back. Token is going to come back. I'm going to grab this back. So I'm using Apex Avian to negate my own monster. The reason being is because I want Apex Avian back in my hand. So Unexplored Wind's gonna draw me 2 cards, and I grab Book of the Eclipse, which is great. So I'm just gonna swing into this guy. Alright, so he draws, and he's gonna normal Vion, and then I'm gonna map, right? And at this point, whoever he mills is not gonna matter, right? So his Malicious and Denier are both gone, so he will not mill Malicious. His only option to mill is Shadow Mist, and Shadow Mist will get him 1 search, right? That 1 search, probably not enough to do anything, because I have Apex Avian, I just have everything, right? So I'm gonna Robina. Yeah, he's just gonna scoop. What can he do, right? That's the thing about hero players. Like, they don't have enough negates. Even with Apollousa, Apollousa is not a good card for heroes, because like I don't know, like DP is still the better option, right? And yeah, so that was it. Maybe I might have misplayed with the Apex Avion. I forget exactly some of my reasoning behind what I did, but I think the idea of bouncing Apex Avion was I wanted to get bodies off my field and set up for doing a normal summon chain on the opponent's turn, which will allow me to tribute whatever monster he brings out, search my second Empen, just like full combo off again on his turn, right? I think that's why I tributed the Apex Avion. But anyway, or for 2, or like bounced it back. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Floowandereeze, pretty good deck. Really good. Stay tuned for the deck profile. Later, peace.